Hey, welcome to Boxing Fans Talk TV. Y'all saw the thumbnail. Now you want Andrade. Um, it figures. The dude is trying to be very strategic. That is Demetrius Andrade. I mean, not Demetrius. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was someone else. David Benevidez. But before we get into it, let's turn to. It's Thursday. Y'all rock on this for a second.
Got a feeling I can't ignore. Girl, I've never been known so sure. Needing you more and more. Gonna show you what I have in store. It's a game that I wanna play. Just tell me that you're on your way. Cause I can't wait another day. And I know you wanna play. Girl, I know the spots that'll make you hot. Maybe ready or not, you know. Girl, I know the place. Tell me that you're on your way. Yeah, you're on your way. Yeah. Baby, don't be too late. Got a freaking little day today. I'm needing you tonight. Tell me that you're on
Rock it out. Giving it a few seconds that some people pile in here. I'm just trying to fix my equipment, y'all. So I was just giving y'all a little music. I don't own the rights to this music. It's not my song. I'm enjoying it like the rest of y'all, but just trying to adjust this shit right.
Tell me that you're on your way.
How y'all doing this Thursday? Come on up in the building. Lean on that lazy when you step in this easy. I gotta make sure my equipment don't fit. I think everything gonna be okay. They gonna fall. It was falling down around here. Y'all rock out. Mm. Y'all know my usual. Water check, water check. I'm at 10 bottles. 10 bottles of water. That means I got 80 ounces. So look, when you come into the house, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Like and share and subscribe if you haven't already. That means I just want you to take a half a second, hit that like button when you step into the square circle. And rock out. I'm just giving people time to get in. Oh, y'all, by the way, my show starts at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's every night, Monday through Friday. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight.
Oh, what you know more, baby? You just got your own self. I ain't got nothing for you, baby. Hey, wait a minute. Say something. Hey, say something. Stop acting like a B.I. girl. Stop acting like a B.I. For the 2K1, 2002, Tony Time, DJ.
That's a long time ago, huh? Tonight. Anywho, that was not my song. It was for educational purposes. I was fixing on these props I got around here. Anyway, we did do the water check, so that was 10 bottles. Hope you guys drinking your water. Remember the two most important times to drink water is when you first get up out the bed before your foot even hit the floor. Get you 8 ounces in. Think of your body as an engine. Get the lube. The water is the lube. Get the engine running. And at night, before you go to bed, not laying in your bed looking at TV, but before you close your eyes at night, you only get your 8 ounces. And that's going to be the lube that's needed for all the work that's done when you're in real deep sleep. So, you're going to reboot your system. You're going to recharge your system. And you're going to flush out your system. And you're going to burn the most calories at night while you're sleeping. So make sure you have your water. And that amounts to about 16 ounces of water a day. But, here at Boxer Fans Talk TV, we shoot for 100 ounces. Again, when you come into the building, make sure you hit like, share, and subscribe. And on the replay, don't forget to leave a comment because Miss T loves feedback. Anywho, let's get into it. Hold on. So, that's kind of low, y'all. So, David Benevidez, he claims that he now wants it with Andrade. He already is obligated to face Lemieux. I guess they contractually obligated by now. But he's saying pretty much after the Lemieux fight, we heard, maybe it's been a week or more now, with his managers / promoter. I forgot the guy's name, but he basically said some crazy shit. Like David Benevidez will not fight Andrade unless it was for more money than he could get for fighting Canelo, which we didn't understand why. Then he wants to degrade Andrade, put him down like he's not exciting. He's not a draw. And we be like, wait a minute, David, what are you? You haven't done a pay-per-view that I know about. So you can't say you a draw. You don't make as much money as Andrade, so how can you say that about somebody else? But it's the nerves of steel of people. See, that he used the old Southern strategy, as I like to call it. A person's not a draw. They're not exciting. They're boring, whatever. When you start hearing fighters use those words in conjunction, 9 times out of 10, the person they talking about is black. Listen, let's keep it a buck. 9 times out of 10, they black. And it was used as a tactic originally to exclude black fighters, out the reindeer game, so to speak. And then other fighters hear it and they imitate it and repeat it, wash, set, and rinse. How they say it, wash, rinse, and reset, I don't know. But they repeat it, right? And they don't even have a clue really what they're repeating. They should know. I don't give them a pass of not knowing, but they really don't, they're just repeating what they hear. They know it works, so they use it. But I think Andrade got to hold his head up on this one. I would not be pressed for Benevidez. And it's not just that simple, like, I just need more money from Andrade. But if you say he's not a draw and he's not exciting, then where is that money going to come from? They say these things and don't all the way either think it through, or they're counting on the fans not to be like, wait a minute. I mean, Canelo is a no-brainer. I can get in the ring with Canelo and become a millionaire overnight. So imagine with these fighters, when they get an opportunity to get in the ring with the cash cow right now, which is Canelo, what they gonna get? As Canelo would taunt them and say, they won't pay, they won't pay. When Canelo was fighting big names like Floyd, that's what he wanted, payday. But now he truly is the big fish. So he looking back at some of these guppies and like, look, giving them advice and everything. Y'all worried about me. Why y'all so worried about me? Y'all fight each other. And even though we can say that's some good advice, it didn't work for Floyd. It hasn't worked for anybody that was at the top of the game. When you're at the top of the game, everybody wants you. When you're in the middle or you're not at the top, nobody's gunning for you. Then you got the high risk, low reward type thing, where Bruce Ennis seemed to be living in his career right now. But Benevidez, you put the cart before the horse. Your credibility is already on the line. You got to think about that. You lost your belts twice. Once for cocaine and once, or whatever kind of drug that was. And the other was for being overweight. I know a lot of people say, well, cocaine is not like a banned substance. It's a banned substance. I heard people say that before. Not like it's a real banned substance. It's a banned substance. You're not supposed to do it. And the advantage that that kind of drug can have for a fighter would be that they don't feel shit. So what makes fighters quit, in a sense? We don't like to think of fighters as quitters. We don't, but in a sense, they do. They quit in the ring because they can't take the onslaught or whatever they're going through. But we don't necessarily call that a quit. Like when they say, let me down my sword, let me just choke this chicken, let me just don't stop it no matter what, that's what they talking about, like until they physically can't do no more. A lot of fighters rather lose that fight that way. But when you fighting somebody who can't feel shit, that way will never happen. You can be superior to that fighter in the fact that you naturally have great conditioning and you take the time to condition yourself so you're not tired and you don't get hurt easy. or you got a granite chin, you can take a punch, or you just a tough. You know what I'm saying? And that person might not be as strong as you, but if they taking extra stuff, like David was, I wonder how many fights he fought like that. He didn't feel nothing. So you don't ever stop fighting. You don't feel shit. But I say all that about David Benevidez because here you are, right? There's articles being written about you. It's talking about you pretty much just saying, I want Andrade. But are you saying it prior to your fight that's coming up with Lemieux? Nobody asked you to fight Lemieux. You always had Andrade or Charlo to get at. You always had them as options. Now, whether they would have took the fight or not, I don't think Andrade would not take the fight with you. But why are you telling us now that you really want Andrade? And like I said, you got a fight coming up. You can't do nothing about this Andrade fight right now. You can't help us with none of this. All you can do is pontificate on what you want to do coming in the near future. We don't have no guarantee that that's where you're going to go. If someone come up and Canelo say, all right, David Benevidez, you on deck. Andrade can kiss all that goodbye. He kiss all that goodbye. So it just makes me say, what are you doing? What are you really doing? First, the black man ain't good enough for you. But now you got a fight that you want to sell. Is good enough? It's not necessarily say. I mean, I guess you want people to attend, but you want people to look at it too, because I think it's gonna be free on Showtime, I believe. That's who you be working with. So I just find it fishy, what you're talking about as far as Andrade. You want Andrade. I just find it fishy. Because you have a fight coming up. So how about this? Do your fight and then come back and talk about Andrade. Like when you are truly available and then he's truly available, so we as fans can say, oh yeah, put that together. Let's put it together right quick. We'll do it. Andrade is facing Zach Parker. He's obligated that way. He's going to be in a title eliminator. And I think the winner of that out gets to face Canelo. I think that's how it's going to go. Now, like I said, now for me, I would not jump on nothing you talking about, Benevidez, because not only did you play, you believe in that Southern strategy, which is something it's not a good look. It's not a good look. And as a black fan, it don't feel right or seem right. And that's the games you will play no matter what. So I have a problem on that level. I think you are just playing the game, but you got to be, I don't want to say smarter than that, but you got to have more integrity, not to reduce yourself to trying those dirty tactics, just to elevate yourself. Don't play that Southern strategy when it suits you or whatever. And then, and that's crazy. The 1 minute, these black fighters, some of them, they're not good enough. They're not exciting enough. They're boring. But you need them as a notch on your belt. Like, you use their name for clout. Like, hey, you know what? I'm going to fight Andrade. That's David Benevidez right now. I'm going to fight Andrade. Right after I get through Lemieux. I sure want Andrade. I want to fight him. I'm ready for him, And then everybody get excited. And then they walk over. I said walk over. Virtually walk over to your fight with Lemieux. Pay the money to get in. Or, watch it so that they can give you your viewerships. As soon as the fight over, you're gonna be like, Andre, who? You're not gonna honor that. So I think in boxing, it's getting to this point where we gotta stop being like the show me state. Like, you gotta show me first before I commit to anything, before I believe anything. Show me first. Just giving people the benefit of the doubt or credit when they haven't earned it. Like, it's getting to the point where you gotta stop it. You should not bring up Andre's name if you don't really mean to fight him. And I really don't think you're going to fight him. I think you brought up his name to get us excited so we can go watch you fight Lemieux, the fight that we didn't ask for. And nothing against Lemieux. Sorry to say this, Lemieux. You kind of like has been. I hate to even say it like this because you was a good fighter. You was a strong guy, but you kind of has been. What's his name? John Pascal. Oh yeah, y'all old news. So Andrade will come off his win. I'm predicting with Zach Parker. Maybe he win, maybe he lose, but I'm predicting that he'll win. Excuse me. He'll come off his win, and then he's supposed to be in line for, I guess, a beeline for Canelo. Technically, Andrade should have been able to come out of the WBO 160 division, right, and challenge whoever the WBO champion is at 168. But somehow or another, it don't work like that no more. Not when it concerns Canelo. Should have known that one. And so Andrade has to go fight this tighter eliminator, and all that does is buy Canelo more time to do what he wanted to. That's all it does. By the time Andrade gets through with whatever he has to do to make that beeline to Canelo, Canelo gonna drop them belts. He done. It would almost. I mean, what's the saying go? Something about laughing and be sad if you can't laugh, or laugh if you ain't sad. I don't know. It's crazy because I know he's never gonna get that shot. But I tell him the same thing. Like how I feel about Devin Haney. Don't sit around waiting for a fight. Get out there and do one. Like I said, if the winner just makes y'all or gives y'all the opportunity to make a beeline to Canelo, do it. And you may never in your lifetime get a shot with him. Why did he care about making you a millionaire? I don't know. You already are. Talking about Andre. But as far as Benevidez, I mean, that's a good fight. But Andre, no matter what game they play, you play your game. You fight Benevidez when you ready, not when he ready. It's always got to be on your terms. I feel like Benevidez and Torres Strong, I was a big fan. And you want to play the old Southern strategy game. Ain't rock with you, bro. But I mean, it's not a big deal, y'all. This Benevidez thing gonna fight Lemieux. Andre gonna fight Parker. That's gonna be that, and we don't know who gonna see who. You got Andre, Benevidez, and Charlo. Canelo already gave y'all marching orders, which is to go fight yourselves. Basically, go fuck yourselves. That's what Canelo basically saying. Go fight yourselves. Go fuck yourselves. He ain't interested in none of y'all. But he interested in Bivol though. He interested in who he want to be interested in, whether the fans like it or not. Canelo is on his I'm gonna get every belt and money grab. Ain't nothing nobody can do about it. All you can do is laugh about it. So moving on. Then you got AJ. He might have to take a fight or two in the interim while waiting on Usyk to come back from war. And here's the weird thing: Usyk might not come back the same way he went in. It's war. It's unpredictable. Usyk don't care about nothing and nobody. He's dedicated to protecting his homeland. He's joined the defense battalion in Ukraine. And let me correct something, because the other day I heard something about neo-Nazis. Nobody, thank God, picked that up and ran with it. But I heard something about it, and I put that out there. But then, I was told today, like, that's some Fox News bullshit propaganda. So I was like, okay, but I didn't know too much about it. I ain't talked that much about it. And then I also trying to figure out why they seemed like they was taking shit out on black folks. But right now, Ukraine, and I was told, the Ukraine has put out that if, they only want their citizens to return. Like, they on lockdown for a lot of stuff. They're recruiting from 18 to 60. They're not, don't come to the country because they're not, pretty much not taking visits. They at war. So it had nothing to do with you being black. It was more to do with, they're not on a footing where they can ill afford to take other people in. It's all their country, hands on deck, whatever. And the Nazi thing was something that Putin had floated out, that Fox News carried, just so the whole world can be mad at the Ukraine. The shit is probably backfiring as we speak, because we don't know what's going to happen with that. But just in regards to AJ and Usyk don't give a care about nothing. He care about him defending his country. So AJ, the list that they came up with, the AJ, in case he might have to fight in the interim, that means he might take a fight or several fights. There's no time limit on war. We can't call it or anything. So the list goes: Deontay Wilder, number 1, Frank Sanchez, number 2, Philip Herkovich, number 3, Andy Ruiz Jr., number 4, Joe Joyce, number 5, Daniel Dubois, number 6, number 7, Tony Yoka, or whatever. And those are the people they looking out for AJ to have a potential fight. Now, if you fight AJ, it ain't gonna be for no belt. So if Deontay fights him, it's not for a belt. That's a good way to get a low key, or should I say high key sparring session. Because that's the thing about Deontay and AJ. I don't think they know how each other fight or feel or anything, because I don't think they ever sparred. Not alone had a fight. But if Deontay fights him for no belt, I mean, who out here is trying to fight when there's no belts going? You can only do but so much. But that's the list that they have. And once again, we're moving on. I mean, but I don't know what AJ gonna do. I don't know what AJ gonna do, but Eddie Hearn and them gonna find something. I'm sure AJ don't mind sitting out for 2 or 3 years. He'll do that, but he has that long contract, and I think he has to perform on the regular. So we know we got Canelo and Bivol coming up. But looking like, and I don't know how true it is, if that fight might get canceled. Because the sanctionings for Russia is coming all out the woodwork. I mean, they piling up. They are sanctioning the hell out of Russia. And it ain't just stopping with boxing. This is why it's going to be it's going to be more serious than we probably thought. And then it's going to be like, they playing chicken. Who going to flinch first? Because once you start fucking with people money, and that's what these sanctions is going to do. a lot of foreign places, because we are a global nation, we do participation in globalization, and we do, our dollar means something, in a lot of countries. You can have, like, when the euro fell, like I said this before. Y'all remember when the euro fell, like, was it a couple of years ago? I want to say Obama was president, and he had Angela Merkel. Shout out to Angela Merkel. She was over there in Germany. When the euro fell, she held the European Union together. I mean, she held all that shit together. She gave out loans, all kinds of shit, this, that, and the other. But the euro crashing had no kind of big time effect on the American dollar. It had some effect, but nothing that great. But now, if the American dollar crash or it falls, and I'm talking like on stock exchanges, and we don't got the only stock exchange. All these other nations got stock exchanges too. But if our dollar were to fail, that would be a significant something. You know what I'm saying? That would be something significant that would happen. And, Russia is not taking a chance with that. Santos is in the building. What's popping, King? I thought about coming on y'all's channel last night, Santos. I was tired as hell. Miss T, what's up, Queen? The AJ versus Wilder doesn't need any belts to be involved for it to be exciting fight. A lot of us still want to see that fight with or without belts. Santos, don't you think that he's giving away some kind of edge by allowing AJ to really feel him? You know what I'm saying? Because once they fight, AJ, there's going to be a rematch, because if AJ gets to get them belts back, AJ gonna be like, oh, I fought him. I know how to beat him. The best thing about them two ever meeting up is it would have been the element of surprise. So what you think? Since I was like, that's what I be thinking. Like, if they fight, the cat's out of the bag. AJ may realize he didn't have to be scared of him after all, because I personally think AJ been scared of him for all this long time. Scared to get a chin check or something. But you heard the list, right? Heard that list that they coming up with, and I'm like, wow. But if ain't no belts on the line, I guess. And it was like, shit. I mean, they're not gonna take it from Usyk now. I wonder how long that's gonna last, though, Santos. Them not taking the belts from Usyk. And then what's up with Bivol and what's that guy name? Better be they Russians. I don't know what the Russians trying to do with their people. But they show trying to run a smear campaign and trying to put some legitimacy behind that shit, but I don't know how long that's gonna last. Well, our guy Wilder is on his way out anyway. So if Wilder wins, he more than likely will go ahead and retire. Yeah. I think I know why he probably feel like, man, my heart ain't in it no more. Because he clearly won 1-3, and I don't know what else you gotta do to get a victory. But how you been, Santos? What's been good? What's been good with you? I'm hurting today. I don't know if y'all can see it in my eyes. I'm hurting today. I said I'm gonna get on here and do a show. I don't know why everybody like, Santos, when I put up the thumbnail for my show to start, it'd be saying like 12:30 in the morning that I'm coming on. I'm like, huh? I gotta get some kind of overlay that whenever I'm doing the show, that it says 7:30. Yeah, for y'all who's in here, I know I see y'all come in and come out. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Hit the like and share and subscribe. Lean on the leasy when you come into the easy, right? I don't know why they got the different times. I've been in, you said, working every night. Yo, you're on that work schedule every night. I swear I was about to come into y'all show. All I did since I was lay down for half a second, I was out. And today, ooh, I'm surprised I even got my eyes open. He said, "It's my bedtime." I appreciate you coming in and offering up some chats. I don't know what everybody else. I can't even barely see. Like, I'm seeing numbers move over here, but I'm so like, but I say I gotta push through it, whatever. Yeah, I appreciate it. You said it was exciting. It was exciting. Yeah, DJ's supposed to come in today. We supposed to did the Bellator. That's one of the main reasons why I didn't cop out on him, because I wanted to make sure I was here just in case he wanted to come in. I can talk about the Bellator that I think the last one I watched was on the 13th of February. I watched all boxing this weekend. I don't think nothing came on last weekend. But we can catch up. Maybe I catch y'all if I sleep good. And I don't know. Y'all wasn't on last night. Because I was, like I said, I was contemplating coming on. And I went to sleep. But I think Fred and them show ran late. But yeah, back to these Russians. So Canelo and Bivol, like I said, it might even get canceled. There's a sanction, even though Bivol and Benevidez has nothing to do with what's going on over there. And I don't even think their government is asking them to come in because like Ukraine is, but Russia is getting sanctioned left and right. And it ain't just with sports. It's with high-tech companies. It's with any kind of business ventures. And some of their money is tied up in other nations. And any nation can say, you know what? We're going to nationalize or something to that effect. And they can reclaim anybody's holdings that's over here. And they can do it specifically or across the board. So Russia can get nationalized on, and they'll take all of their assets or whatever, they'll freeze it. It ain't like America. I don't think most nations would do this anyway, but I know America don't take people's shit and then just say it's a free fall. I'm gonna just spend it and la-di-da and all this shit. But they can freeze your shit. That's part of sanctions and lock your money up and shit. And what you got? You got no money. You can't really go nowhere around the world and negotiate this, that, and the other because America can lock it up and there ain't nothing they can do about it. And I think that's what they're gonna do. But it ain't just America. It's a lot of places. And they talking about not giving these Russian boxers licenses. I don't know how that's gonna work. Said the last 2 nights have been on fire at TVS. I pulled you in your show this morning, and I will continue to do so. We need our hard work queen to glow. Yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, I'll be getting good, and then it go down, then it's like an accordion. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But I keep it moving. I keep it moving. I swear, I think people believe I come on like around 8 or something, 8:30. But now it's 7:30. I gotta find a way to get that word out because I got it scrolling down the bottom. I gotta find a way to get that word out. So y'all be on the lookout. If Canelo don't fight Bivol, who is he going to fight? We know one of them is Triple G. And then I read something today where Canelo might fight Makabu after all, but he'll do that at the end of the year. That's bullshit. Okay, he said plugged you. My bad. Yeah. Yeah, y'all put me on the pin up. Like I'm getting viewership. Like my numbers are going real good at a good pace on that one, but the subscribers, like that's like dead in the water right now. That's what I need most, subscribers. You know. So moving on, Dillian White didn't show up to his face. Wait a minute, hold on 1 second, y'all. It's good. Hello?
You got on it. You got on this best fight. You got
My bad, my boxing buddy. You said the WBA is only making that fight because they're pushing Canelo. Oh, with Bivol? Which one? The Bivol fight? Yeah, I'm surprised that Bivol is still down. I don't even know the dates on it. We're gonna see. But Dillian White, y'all, Dillian White showing his ass, and I ain't mad at him. And everybody know me on here. I don't even like Dillian White. I call him Taco Meat because I feel like he's a cheater or whatever. But I'm not mad at why he's mad. I'm actually supporting Dillian on this one. He didn't show up to for his kickoff press conference, and it's probably because they did him greasy. So, the Mac Mob did a whole breakdown of how clever and colluding what's his name, Bob Arum and Frank Warren were, and they shitting on Dillian with his money. Now we sitting up here like, man, you have never gotten paid a whole lot of money before, and they're gonna give you $8 million. So once you shut up and take it, but if they supposed to give you a lot more, maybe if they supposed to give you double that or whatever, then you gonna want what you supposed to get, and you gonna be upset. So Dillian, I know he's had a couple of title eliminators, and I think if you did a title eliminator twice, then the WBC rules, and don't quote me on it, says you have to do 55%, 45% split. That's what the WBC rules say. Or it could be, it's some kind of weird split. And that's what Dillian had been calling for. And everybody was like, well, why you want the 55-45? Then I heard that he had a diamond belt and he want other things, but like if you've been the ranking person or the mandatory for some time, and you defended that and he had fights, so he's defended that status. That's why his split can't be a mere 80-20, but that's what they gave him. And some kind of way, it's some fugazi shit going on as to how they was able to do it. And no matter how we feel about Dillian White, because I told you I'm not a fan. And I really don't care about him and Tyson's fight. I'm not buying it at all. I ain't buying it, and I don't care. You got two cheaters meeting up. May the best cheater win. But in boxing, I always prefer fairness. I don't know what's going to happen with that. Dillian White, that's crazy. Did you hear about that, Santos? It's crazy. I can't explain how it was all the fugaziness about it, but if you go to the Mac Mob, he did a great job of breaking that down. Go there and like and subscribe. He broke that down really well, and it's like, what? None of us looking at it like that. If you give me $8 million but you owe me 10, I need the 10. Straight up. That's what I need. Yeah, I feel you. I saw this on my boy channel though, and I was like, oh. So I ain't mad at Dillian. So I guess he feel like he not gonna try to sell the fight because you know what else, Santos? Bob, you notice that Bob puts a lot of people on the ESPN app plus. I mean, how to go ESPN plus app, whatever. And in the beginning, it was always just Terrence Crawford. It's not user friendly. Everybody knows that who's been on that app. And like I said, the only fighter he would put on there is Crawford. When he had Crawford under contract, he also eventually had Tyson Fury under contract. He never put Deontay and Tyson Fury's fight on ESPN Plus. Just Crawford. And now that Crawford is suing him, all of a sudden he's putting everybody and their mama on that app. But this particular fight that's about to go down with Dillian White and Tyson Fury, not only is it going to go on the ESPN app, but the claim was if I use the app, then I get all the revenue. But if I use the network in other places, then I got to share. It was supposed to be about money. This is why Bob put Terrence on it. But once you saw that the shit ain't working and ain't user friendly, it's like I don't understand how he went on this campaign and just make sure that Bud doesn't do well. But at the same time, he signed under you. Like, it's like you biting your nose off to spite your face. But that's what Bob was doing. That's what he was doing. And now everybody's on all the apps. So like this Tyson Fury fight, Bob and them has come out recently and said, look, not only am I going to put it on the app, I'm going to put it on Showtime, I'm going to put it on Fox, I'm going to put it on ESPN because I want to make sure everybody and their mama buy this fight. He could never do that for Bud. And then we wonder why Bud numbers were low. I mean, I don't understand. That's your fighter. Why would you try to derail your fighter and at the same time try to make money off him? That I will never understand, but that's what he do to black fighters. And he could have done this for Bud, and that would have made a difference. Now, Bud has one of the highest rating fights, from what I'm told, on ESPN. I was just saying ESPN. I can't say the highest on Showtime. I don't think Bud was on Showtime, but if he was, a long time ago. But Bud had when he fought Kell Brook, he had a lot of people watching that fight. He had a lot of people watching the Amir Khan fight. I'm talking in the millions. So if you get people if you get 3 million people watching you fight when he fought Kell Brook, just think if he'd have been on regular pay-per-view, how many pay-per-view buys he would have got? Would have been more than 130. If you can get 3 million to watch it for free, you can at least get 1 million to buy, or at least 700,000 or 800,000 to buy. If you get 3 million to watch it. So Bob was derailing him before he could even get off the ground. That's amazing. That's amazing. But I'm gonna talk about the fights that are coming up. There's not many fights that's of interest. It's not gonna be that big this weekend. This past weekend was a good weekend, huh, Santos? Let me see. This past weekend was good. What? Let me look it up. Y'all bear with me 1 second. So the boxing schedule is coming up. So tomorrow, actually, they want to run a scan. So tomorrow we have Ramirez versus Pedraza. That's ESPN Plus, March 4th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Martinez versus Chocolatito, That's going to be a good one. And also, that Ramirez fight is going to be a good one. That is not pay-per-view on ESPN Plus. So you just get in there, if you're able to get in there, and then 8 p.m. tomorrow Eastern Standard Time for that Pedraza Ramirez. Martinez and Chocolatito is promising to be a great fight, and that's on the Zone. And I'm gonna tell y'all, as I said before, the Zone be having some nuggets. Them earlier fights that come on before the main card, these some good little nuggets right there. I mean, I was pleasantly surprised. I make sure if I go to the Zone, it mainly be for that undercard because it be that good. But Martinez versus Chocolatito is tomorrow at March 5th, 9 p.m. You got Lara versus Sanchez. That's on the Zone, March 5th, 9 p.m. So I guess it's the same undercard. Wood versus Conlon. That's on the Zone, March 12th, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Avanesian versus Metz. That's on BT Sports, March 19, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Barreau versus Chavez, March 19, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's all that says. It doesn't even say like what network or anything. I don't know where that's coming on at. Ortiz Jr. versus McKenzie on the Zone, March 19th, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Berlanga versus Rose, ESPN, regular ESPN, y'all, March 19th, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And closing out the month in March is going to be Martinez versus Warrington 2. I think that's a bomb burner, and that's on the Zone, March 26th, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Riot 4 versus Turchi. I don't even know who these people are. That's on Sky Sports, March 26th at 2 p.m. Then we're going to duck off into April. But March, it was never supposed to be a big time month for boxing. The nuggets are Ramirez, Pedraza, tomorrow at 8 o'clock on ESPN Plus. Don't forget that one. And then this Saturday, Martinez versus Chocolatito on the Zone at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, I'm thinking Sanchez and Lara, they might be, I don't know what weight class. See, I'm thinking here is Landy Lara, but I don't think it's him. I don't know. I don't know which Lara it is. So yeah, that's the schedule that's in our new future. Other than that, we had a good weekend of boxing. Ain't much to everything that was done was done. We had that press conference yesterday. Y'all saw the show. Pretty good show. We had ATL in the house, and we was chopping it up about Earl Spence in his press conference and how he's seen and all that. I see a lot of people be saying that I think he's a good guy. I mean, it helped. Whatever he said, it helped. Did you see that press conference? Did anybody see that press conference? It was like, yeah, it helped him and all this stuff. But I was like, I'm glad that he's doing it. And I'm glad that he's acting differently. This was the Earl Spence that I did like, but I don't know how long that shit gonna last. I know that people want to sell that fight, and I'm not buying it. Are you buying any of the fights? I'm not buying it. And it really has nothing to do with Earl Spence per se. He inadvertently got something to do with it, but it's not really him. It's PBC that I'm boycotting. Yeah. It took me a minute to get there, Santos, but I got there. So yeah, that's all that's really going on. AJ gonna fight some folks. They came up with a list. I mean, some of us want to see the Deontay Wilder fight, but for no belts. I don't know how I would feel about it. Benevidez trying to drum up business for his fight that's coming up with Lemieux. I talk about he want to fight Andrade. We're not falling for it twice. Like, you ain't gonna pull this on us. he pulling the old black strategy, because in one breath, Andrade is boring. He's not exciting. He's not a draw. Not good enough. In another breath, you want him. You want him. You want him. Just let me get Lemieux first. Now I want you. That don't make sense to nobody but David Benevidez. And Canelo just got to see if he won't be able to fight these guys. Wait a minute, where is Triple G from? Is it Triple G from Ukraine? Somebody let me know. Isn't it Triple G from? I said, isn't Triple G from Ukraine? Because if he's from Ukraine, then Canelo very well could lose both of his fights. And he just signed the contract. I don't know if he signed it or not. If he didn't sign the contract, this would definitely make me back up off the contract. Because if you sign the contract and those guys, for whatever reason, got snatched up, then I would be wondering, do he have to even honor the contract, number one? Number two, if he have to, they can get him some fights, some good fights. He just don't want to fight these guys. That's crazy. But we're going to see. We're going to see. That's interesting. That is real interesting. None of them fight any of those fighters that got caught up in this world, this circumstance. I was gonna say world war, but like God forbid, why was I even gonna say that? Damn, that it came off my mouth. Like, don't let it be. I don't want to fight no world war. I'm done anyway. Shit. Yeah, my bid for God and country. You said no. He's from where the people have Asian mix in with them over there. Russia. Russia's. They do. But you talking about in the Mongolian area, whatever, the Genghis Khan and all that might have been. I don't know. I know Russians, they have Asian looking people. Remember that guy Provodnikov? He was Russian, but he looked straight Asian. But if you ask him, he said he a white man. He was Russian. But his eyes, the slant of his eyes, tell something different. See, and that's the thing. Sometimes I don't know if they even recalled Russians, because I mean the charge went up over the wire for Ukraine. Like, hey, everybody 18 to 16, not 60, 18 to 60. It's pretty much on the hook for Ukraine and women. But Russia hasn't done anything like that. Almost like Russia is much bigger and they probably don't need that many people. And maybe they trying to, check the temperature of the world, so to speak, like dipping their toe in it, just doing the little stuff just to see how the world really gonna react. But Putin gonna wake up and all his shit gonna be froze. Wherever that you just named is from, I think they were countrymen. Kazakhstan, or something like that. I can see that. Those were old Russian territories. Ukraine was too. But Putin might be the end of his reign. He got money tied up everywhere. That dude been stealing money from his country for years. Decades. He got money tied up in European markets. He got money tied up in, like, I don't want to say Swiss banks, but you know what I mean. He got money tied up in all those places. He damn sure got money tied up in Europe, North America, period. I mean, America and North America, period. So like Canada, America, South America, to everything on the Western Hemisphere, he got money tied up in it. He got holdings that's all through Europe, and I don't know if China or Japan gonna be helping him. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's all right. I don't know what's gonna happen. I know y'all. I'm sorry. It tells the sister hurting, boy. Look. I'm hurt, but I'll be feeling good tomorrow. I had a chiropractor today. Lord have mercy. You ever been to the chiropractor and they crack your shit sometimes? And then you instantly get sleepy? I was like that all afternoon trying to drive home, like, oh my God, I could barely keep my eyes open. I feel like that right now. Like, but again, I ain't wanna miss a day. And because I didn't know who was wanting to come on or whatever. It ain't much to talk about boxing, huh? Ain't a lot. This weekend was hot though, but a couple of days in, Earl Spence interview, I think most people cover that. Outside of that, there ain't much to talk about. Just sit back and watch how everything fold out. But I will say this, I do not like, what's his name? Dillian White. Y'all know I don't. But he ain't wrong. He ain't wrong for how you feel. He said today, yes. He said, love it. Yeah. See, I can barely keep my eyes off on telling. Like, I instantly felt like, I don't want to say queasy, but like nausea a little bit. And I was like, it's almost like you just fall into yourself. And I mean, when I say he cracked it, the VA has chiropractic. Did you know that, Cynthia? I didn't know that. And so I'm finally in the plug. I'm in there, and dude was like even I wanted to tell y'all ahead of time, but next Friday I won't be here. I probably won't make it back. I got a family function to go to, so I probably won't be here Sunday either. But he was like, where you going? Wait, how long? I was like, I told him. He said he made an appointment for the next day after I get back. That's what he did, said though. So like, he know I'm gonna be on the road, and he was like made an appointment for me the next day after I get back. A chiropractor. I was like, man, I almost proposed to him, Santos. He be hooking the sister up. I almost proposed to him. I was like, you care about me that much? Because he knows, like, when they know how you lined up and all that, and they trying to line you up, and they have you coming back every week or whatever, every 2 weeks, and then they know you about to, like, let's say do a road trip or something. He knows. He knows he got to line me back the fuck up. He said, nah. He hit the sister up. ATL was popping, King. Said, Miss T, salute my queen. Salute to you. I was just telling Santos, Sister Ty, look, y'all can see it in my eyes, man. I cannot. I'm trying to hold them up. Santos, you gotta get with that. You gotta get with it. You gotta find you a good one, Santos. Cause you be in that truck. I know you need it. I know you need it. I'm telling you, gonna fall in love. I ain't say you gonna propose though. You gonna fall in love, man. And then they, once all they gonna do is, take, if you ain't never had one before, I think most of y'all have been to the chiropractor. But if you never been to one, of course they're gonna take the x-ray, and then they gonna, yeah, I'm good, ATL. He said, you okay, sweetie? Yeah, I'm good, ATL. I had a chiropractor appointment today, so like it makes you so relaxed when they line you back up, and I can't explain it. Like when they really line you back up and pop you don't even know you out of alignment. All of us, I mean, if you anywhere close to my age, you out of line. And I would say, like, if you in your 30s or maybe late 20s, you are out of line. It's so easy to get out of alignment because you be living your life. You say, I go twice a week on Monday. Oh, hey, Santos, you know what I'm talking about. Santos, you get that heat thing. You get that heat thing. Oh my God. That's another thing too. I done fell in love with. I got one for Christmas, a heating pad. Like, you just never know what you like, yo. He said, "Oh, I know." Ah, damn. You said I just had C4 through C6 surgery. Damn. You good? Damn, that's in your neck, right? Mm. Yeah, my problem is in my thoracic area, the T's and the L's, and they be, and this is a crazy thing. So mine's come from an injury, but my tailbone likes to pop out, and that I got that injury from a long time ago. You said, yep, October 20th. Yeah, I got that injury maybe about 30 years ago. But ever since I had that injury, my tailbone pops out. But now when it pops out, it wants to stay out. And when I say pop out, it's not that much. We're talking just a little pop, just a little bit. And now, this the first time, and mine's popped out. it was around that time. It popped out, and it just was. Well, it was before I left for Vegas, and then it was taking forever to pop back in. Some kind of way I twisted my hip. When we did the X-ray, they said your hip is totally twisted. So, well, not all the way around, but it's twisted, and one was up, one thing. So he said we got to pop it back in shape. So that's what they've been doing. But I just got in with them. I made this appointment back in November, and I just got in. My first appointment with them was in the beginning part of February. So 3 weeks ago, actually 3 weeks ago, and they was moving and crap at the building. So I just came back today, and then I'm gonna be back like next week. But my doctor, you get the chiropractors to try to slow walk. Being that I guess it's through the VA, he not slow walking me. He outwardly just, he hitting everything. Whereas when I go out in town and used to go to a chiropractor, they do a couple of things and they like slow walking. I hate that. Pop it all at once. If it get out of line again, let me come back. You said, well, I'm falling back to rest, Queen. I'll be listening until I fall asleep. I get the heat treatment, just adjustments. Oh, okay, I feel you. I'm 6 more months healing. I feel you. Yeah, y'all gotta take care of them the C's and the T's and the L's, with that whole column, the spinal column. Night night, everyone. Night night. Everybody who didn't, it's not been a busy night, ATL. It hasn't been a busy night at all. And I'm sitting up here like holding on to dear life. I'm holding on. I was gonna call it a night, like early. I was gonna be like, I ain't even got it in me, but I came through because normally I want to do my Bellator stuff on this day. But a sister girl is tired too. Like, it's not much boxing news. Unless we want to go over the stuff we went through already, and I don't want to do that. I'm gonna take advantage of this lovely day of going to the chiropractor and getting right, because I know that shit don't last but a couple of days anyway. Sometimes it lasts for a lot longer, but in the beginning when they doing their little routine treatments, it ain't gonna last that long. But oh my God, like I said, as soon as he and I love to hear the sound, you instantly get real tired, like you're able to rest and you breathe better. But I mean, some people might say chiropractor ain't for them, but I think it's for everybody. But ATM, I ain't gonna hold you. I am tired. You feel tired? I'm tired. I cannot keep my eyes open, but thank y'all for the ones who popped in. I know some of y'all looked in the peripheral. Thank you for sending those popping in, TM. You know, some people who are watching through Facebook and everything. Y'all know y'all are. Thank y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hopefully we have Grown Woman Talk. If the ladies are not busy. If not, we'll just go on with whatever boxing news coming up. Remember, don't forget the fight tomorrow. Let me make sure I re-mention that particular fight. That's Ramirez versus Pedraza. That's on ESPN Plus tomorrow at 8 p.m. So don't forget to watch that. And then Martinez versus Chocolatito will be on March 5th at 9 p.m. That's Saturday on the Zone. So don't forget to watch that neither. Tay said, "Oh, I missed it. I'm sorry, Tay." He said, "But salute. I appreciate you. I don't know. Like, y'all have any suggestion? You can email me at boxingfanstalk@gmail.com because I'm gonna tell you, I tell everybody like what time. I know some people can miss it, but like I tell everybody like what time the show is. But if you look at my thumbnails and I put the time in the thumbnail, but it shows a different time, a later time, and it's confusing. Because a lot of people don't even know I'm having a show until they see the thumbnail. And then, you know, a lot of times when I used to come up, it was working and they would come in and they would, you know, they'll be here before me. But now it's like it shows that I'm gonna have a show at 12:30 a.m. tonight. Y'all know that ain't gonna happen. Y'all know that ain't gonna happen. So if anybody got any suggestions on how to fix that, or anybody know how to do overlays, holler at your girl. Let me know. I'll get you to do. Get y'all to do me an overlay. I could put like maybe on the side, or I don't know. We could dress up the back. Y'all see my green screen right there. But please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment if you watch me in replay. So it wasn't a lot of boxing news today, but definitely don't forget the fights this weekend. If you have a chance, go back and rewatch the fights that happened this past weekend. So until then, remember when you know better, you do better, right? That's just how it is. And we're gonna be out of here. So peace.